So, as far as our domain learning is concerned from telecom point of view, we have discussed about the layers in telecom domain, right? So, we discussed about different uh, protocols, what we have, all that in the earlier session. Now, today we are discussing about one of the prominent layer, which is called OSI layer. OSI, this is nothing but an open systems interconnectivity model, which is majorly uh, used to structure the communication across networks. So there were many, right? So because there were many layers in OSI layers we call it as in OSI point of view, whatever the structures that we are using on. So we have different layers in this. The first one about the physical layer, as in when you can see. Next one about the data link layer, network layer, transport, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. So these are the different layers that we will be having. Now, the first one is called physical layer, right? So this is the first one, which is called physical layer. Physical layer is the one which majorly deals with the transmission of raw bits over the telecom sector when we are working on. Means for whatever the fiber optics at the same time, or copper cables, satellites, or microwave, or 4G or 5G radio signals. Everything will be part of all these things will be deals with the physical layer. So for the different hardware systems that we use, or modems or repeaters, or any kind of base stations or any kind of antennas, everything will be part of physical layer. This is the first layer, which is part of OSI. Second one about the data link layer, which we call it as data link layer, majorly ensures about the reliability of link-to-link communication as well as error detection. Uh, when we are working on framing, okay, framing or any kind of MAC addressing in GSMs or any kind of LTE or any kind of Ethernet telecom backwell. So all these things will be part of data link layer. So for this, there are different protocols we use, something like PPP or any HDLC or any ATM. So these are the different layers that we will be using in the data link layer. The third one about the network layer. So network layer majorly handles the routing and as well as addressing the packet deliveries, etc. So whatever the mobile IP or MPLS or any kind of telecom core networks routings, all these things will be used when we are working on the protocols. Either it can be as in when regular protocols that we use, like something like IP or ICMP. All these things will be part of network layer. Next one about the transport layer, we call it as transport layer majorly provides the end-to-end communication reliability and as well as error recovery. Whatever the voice and as well as video call QoS or any kind of TCP signaling or any kind of UDP or real-time streaming, everything will be part of, because these TCP protocols, everything will be part of this transportation layer. So what about these TCP protocols, etc., that I'll be discussing in detail in the coming sessions. Next one about the session layer. Session layer majorly managing the sessions followed by any kind of connectivities we have, or else any kind of dialog boxes between the applications. Means, for example, if you want to do some any kind of call setups or any kind of tier down VoIP session managements, everything will be part of session layer. Next one about the presentation layer. Presentation layer majorly focusing on translating the data formats. Either it can be an encryption format or it can be compressions. Everything will be part of presentation layer, wherein you can see it on the screen directly. So this is where generally we, whatever the codec translations we do or any kind of secure signal encryptions we do, everything will be part of the presentation layer here. Last but not least, which is called application layer, which majorly used for user interfaces for any user level application services, whatever SMS or any VoIP or any kind of IMS services or any kind of HTTP protocols. All these things will be part of application layer, including SSL application parts. All these things will be part of application layer. So these are the 7 layers generally we use when it comes to the OSI systems are concerned. OSI models and systems are concerned under the layers as part of telecom domain. So being into the role of a telecom domain learner, especially irrespective of the profiles that we belongs to, majorly as a business analyst or somewhere. So we should have the deep understanding over these OSI models, followed these layers, etc. we'll have a better understanding. And how this physical layer functions, right? So how the network layer, session layers, presentation, application. This part we'll be discussing in the coming sessions.